Baroness Hale is a big opera fan. She likes to sing herself from time to time.
She's also fun. Christmas parties, for example, in the Court of Appeal, I can remember her singing some ditty in a almost flirtatious, coquettish way.
Has she got a good singing voice?
She had quite a sweet singing voice. I wouldn't say it was up to Covent Garden standards, but it was quite.
Today's swearing in is yet another first for the Supreme Court. Although Lady Hale is the second deputy...
There was no singing when Lady Hale was sworn in as Supreme Court Deputy President in 2013, nor 4 years later when she took the top job itself. Her 2 years in charge have been pretty eventful, says law professor Erica Rackley.
She's continued to be one of the busiest and most visible justices we have. She's continued to lead and give judgments on a whole range of issues, the provision of abortion in Northern Ireland, privacy in the context of transgender individuals, whether we're talking about the famous gay cake case. The other thing that's been really important about what she's done is her first formal role as President of the Supreme Court was to appoint the next and second female justice of the Supreme Court.
For some, Lady Hale has become a bit of an icon. At Bristol University, where she was Chancellor for more than a decade, law professor Joanne Conahan says students treat her like a cult hero.
They would just mob her if they could. So I often have to spend quite a lot of time making sure that their access to her is suitably managed, but she gives them loads of time.
The same's true of London's Gray's Inn, where Brenda Hale studied for her bar exams back at the end of the 60s. 3 years ago, she was given a solo in its annual Christmas show, singing, what else, the Yorkshire Anthem. Joel Semakula, now a pupil barrister, was in the show too, a tad taken aback when he found Britain's most powerful female judge standing backstage offering to help him in and out of his undergarments.
My first role involved me in a dress. First time ever wearing a corset, and it was quite challenging at times for me to get into and out of that corset. Lady Hale was in costume, and there was no one else around to really give me a hand. And I had to ask Brenda could help me adjust my dress and get everything kind of ready so I could get on stage.
Lady Hale does have her critics. When she called the 2017 Supreme Court Brexit appeal ruling, which went against the government, her proudest moment,
and that was un homme et une femme. Well, go on then. Well, go on, or what? That's what I said. Un homme, yeah, un homme, and go on then. What's up? Une femme. Oh, learn French with Malcolm. There's a new programme there, Sunday mornings. Yeah, learning French with Malcolm. Yeah. La fauteuil, the armchair.
Je voudrais un pomme de terre.
That's something to do with the potato. You know, I used to have a French pen pal when I was at school. And there was a book called Jour par jour. It told you how to write a French letter. And by that I mean, on paper, in an envelope. You know what I'm on about. Anyway, she was